Hello, everyone. I'm so looking forward to teaching this masterclass. So I'm just wondering, have you ever experienced this feeling that you can't make a decision? Perhaps you've been procrastinating or waiting for the time pressure to get you motivated to make that decision. Can you relate to that? And please feel free to interact in the chat with me. And at the end, I will take the questions. And if you are watching the replay, please, if you have any questions, comment on YouTube and I will get back to you or DM me on Instagram or on LinkedIn. So I'm so looking forward to teach you that. Okay, so the entire purpose of this masterclass is to help you decide with confidence and take action. So what does it mean to decide with confidence? Have you ever made a decision and then you regretted it right after? Yes, me too. So, in this masterclass, you will learn how not to do that and how to trust the most important expert in your life. You will see at the end what is that or who is that. Okay, so, oh, let me just find out how I can change the slide. Just a second. Mm, okay, here we have it. Okay. Let's go. So today we are going to talk oh, no, I want you to see it like this. Perfect. So today we are going to talk about three types of different decisions because you might relate to that choosing which movie you are going to watch on Netflix and what uh, you're gonna wear this morning versus which country do you want to live or what kind of business you are going to start are not the same. You will also learn what is the cost of inaction that usually motivates the heck out of me because this exercise that I will share with you, it's amazing. And you will find out how your body knows what it knows. And why I'm even teaching this. So I've been working with people and fascinated in the area of personal growth for past 15 years. And this year, when I was getting to know more women that I work with, I've realized that one of the challenges is decision making. And this is something that I usually don't struggle with due to the fact that I've been doing quite intuitive and also because in the past 10 years I discovered a lot of tools and it was a lot due to trial and error and those decisions led me to where I am. But in the past, I had to make several difficult decisions. Some of them were like not speaking to my mom for 6 months, and others were moving country, going for um, difficult challenges like running a marathon or climbing a mountain, starting my business. I also had a very important decision to make to not seek another job in 9 to 5, but go all in into my business. So all of those decisions I've made in the past and the framework that I'm going to share with you, it will help you to make those decisions. So, why I'm even talking about decision making? In the past 2 years, I've consulted and came across over 300 small business owners and women that want to improve their finances or get good with money in order to create their dream life. And this is what I know. And this is what I found out that decision, it's a first step to commitment and to taking action. And people that they have the best results in life, the best for them, usually they are the ones who take action very quickly. So let's get into it. So this is okay. So I'm just curious, would that be helpful for you? You would be able to make decisions with ease and confidence without overthinking and regret? If yeah, if yes, please type it into the chat. Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay. So in life, we have three types of decision. There is hat, haircut, tattoos. And this category, it's based on reversibility and impact. So how easy it's to reverse the decision. So for example, if you decide what is it that you want to eat tonight, you can change that quickly, right? You can order something else. You don't have to eat that and so on. And impact, how much impact does it have on your life? What you wear this morning or what you are wearing now has little impact on your entire life. Then we have haircut decisions. And have you ever had a terrible haircut? Something that you weren't happy with. For example, for me, sometimes I would make bangs maybe once or twice in my life, and I wasn't really happy with it. So with haircut decision, they are possible to be reversed, but it takes few months, some resources from you, some emotional commitment. For example, like the hair grew. Thankfully, I don't have bangs anymore. And it had impact on my life for a few months. And then there are the most important decisions that you make in life. They are tattoos decisions that pretty much you can't reverse them. Whatever you do, they are very difficult to reverse or almost impossible. And we will get into it in all of that. Why? For you to distinguish between each type of decision, because in this way, you will be able to make them easier, faster, and you will stop overthinking and overanalyzing, for example, hat decisions, and you will put more effort into haircut decisions. Ready to get started? All right. Let's get into hat decisions. So, like a hat, you can put it on and take it off. Put it on and take it off. So those decisions can be checked quickly and easily with minimal consequences. And to be honest, they have minimal impact on your life trajectory. For example, of these decisions, they are what to wear today, what to post on social media, which tool to try first. Maybe you are thinking about setting up a new website. It doesn't matter what you try. It's all about going, which coffee to order. And so what I see time and time again, most of people, they overthink hard decisions. For example, what button color should be orange or red, and they spend days. Or maybe what should be the Instagram bio. They spend days on thinking about irrelevant things that they didn't move needle in their life or in their business. And especially beginner business owners, they overthink everything. So what is the strategy to make those decisions? But before I get into it, can you see what kind of hard decisions do you make in your life? Yes, please think about some of the hard decisions that you've made today. So, and feel share it in the chat or in the comments on YouTube. For me, some of the hard decisions I've made, it was what I will eat for breakfast. Also, a hard decision was to, if I exercise, go for a walk or go to the gym. So those are the hard decisions that I've made today. And so thank you for sharing yours. So the strategy is like, do not overthink it. Trust your gut and make those decisions fast and move on. For example, my strategy that I've been using is flip a coin. If I can't decide and the things are similar, I would just flip a coin. And if I don't like what it's landed on, I would just choose the opposite. It's about speed. And don't there is literally doesn't cost you anything if you pick the wrong hat, if you have Chinese instead of Thai or pizza instead of pasta. It doesn't cost you much. It doesn't have a long-term impact on your life. So it's not worth to spend half an hour. It's not worth to spend half an hour designing your button or Instagram bio. It doesn't move you forward. So those are the hard decisions. I'm just wondering, how many hard decisions do you make in a week? There are plenty, right? I think we make hundreds and hundreds of decisions. When I was preparing for that masterclass, I saw data that people make 50 decisions a day, and I would say majority of it, maybe 90%, is hard decision, or more, or all on some days, depends. So this is the hat decision that you can put on and take off. Then we go into haircut decisions. So those decisions, they take time to reverse, but aren't permanent. Thank God. That's why I have a better haircut now. With moderate to consequences, and also your emotional and financial involvement is quite low. So what are those decisions? For example, moving to a new city. Like this is a haircut decision. Like I moved to Bali last year, right? I decided to move here and make it happen. but I can always come back. For example, starting a business or a side project. You can always stop it, and whatever was involved, it can go back to norm, go back to the state before. Ending a relationship. Yeah, it's maybe not good to go back and forth, but people going and coming back and splitting all the time, and investing in a course or certification. That's also like investment. So that's something that it's worth to consider. So I'm wondering, what kind of haircut decisions have you made this year? Because I don't think everybody makes some haircut decision this week. So what kind of haircut decisions you've made this year? So for me, it was, yeah, moving to Bali. It's still, I'm in the process of deciding to where is it that I want to live in Bali, between which city. It was also changing the niche. So now I work with women that they want to start businesses, put their ideas into something that they want to do and how to make money through their business. So this is the haircut decisions that I've made. And also, I did invest in a few courses. So, those are some of the haircut decisions that I've made this year. So, what is the process of making a good haircut decision? It's to gather relevant information. So, for example, and test before committing. So, I have hard time to choose where I want to live in Bali. There are three areas. So what I do, I'm gathering relevant information and I'm testing before committing. So I stayed in Ubud for a few months, in Canggu for a few months, and now it's time for Uluwatu. And actually, after the time in Uluwatu, which will be 4 to 6 weeks, I will make my decision where I want to live. So that's it. Like I will set my deadline in mid of July. I will know when I'm going to live in Bali. That's it. So these decisions, they actually shape your life. So where I'm going to live will decide what is my opportunities in the area, and they do decide thoughtful consideration but not paralysis. So instead of being frozen and don't do anything, I take action and I'm checking out those areas. And also, for example, in business, one of the haircut decision is, for example, starting a business. Gather information, test before committing. So don't start and quit your job right away, but test it, gather information, maybe join a course to learn, and then move with it. So can you see how haircut decisions are slightly different? You don't take them that often. They have a bigger impact on your life, and it takes few months in order to get back to regular. So, what are the haircut decisions that you've made this year? You can let me know in the chat. I would love to see that. All right. Then we are going into tattoo decisions. So those decisions are extremely difficult or impossible to reverse with major life consequences. For example, getting married or divorce. That's a major life decision. Another one, it's having children. Once you have children, like there is no coming back. Or, for example, major financial commitments like buying a house or taking on debt. It could be personal or business debt. Selling a business. When you grew your business and you want to sell it, you can't really reverse that, or it's almost impossible to reverse that. Or burning bridges with important people. For example, you work with someone and then you're like, I want to cut the ties. You can't go back to from it, or it's very difficult. So can those decisions, you don't take them often. I think maybe once a year, maybe twice a year, but some people don't take it for a very, very long time. And what is the strategy for tattoo decision is to take your time, make sure to consult trusted advisors, examine your motivation, and stress test the decision. So, for example, when you decide about something, imagine the case scenario and stress test it. Can you live with the consequences or not? So, as you can see, this is, I kind of put it, our life, it's mostly had decisions. Like, just think about decisions that you've made this week, this month. It's mostly hats, maybe few haircuts and very few tattoos. So, this is the strategy of stop overthinking and over analyzing right away. Because when you realize that most of decisions are actually had decisions, that's totally different, right? And you don't have to overthink them because you know that they won't have an impact in such a long term on your life. And yeah, so it's quite simple. This is one of the best strategies to stop overthinking and over analyzing. And what is amazing about it is that you will stop treating every single small decision like it's a tattoo. So I hope it's helped. Is this a framework helpful? Can you see how you can apply it in your life in order to make more decisions in a shorter time and effortlessly? All right. So now I would like to share about something. So we are motivated by pretty much two things. And if you stop and realize why you do what you are doing, for example, why you've decided to watch this masterclass. So for some of you, and I'm curious for which part is it. So some four of you, you might be motivated by taking a better decision so you can create the life that you want. But for some of you, you are here because you are afraid to take a bad decision, and because of that, suffer consequences from that. And here we can come to two types of motivations that there are in life. There is a push motivation and pull motivation. So push motivation, it's a driven by discomfort and pain, and you want to escape something negative. For example, like I work out almost pretty much every day, and it's a byproduct that I'm looking good and I'm feeling great, but my motivation is actually that I'm terrified of getting sick and feeling incapable in my body. The reason why I started my first business and the next one and the next one. And I decided to go all in on that. It's because I'm terrified to never reach my potential in life and spend my entire life sitting by the desk of 9 to 5 and never do anything else, not be able to make conscious decisions about my life. Where do I live? Where do I travel? What time I eat breakfast or what time I eat lunch, or like I can't imagine. So what I do, it's like I'm doing something because I don't want those painful consequences. Can you see some examples in your life of push motivation when you do something because you don't want to suffer consequences? I think some men they buy flowers on Valentine's Day or birthday because they don't want to suffer the arguments or and so on. Yeah, if you have something, please type it in the chat, and I will also be checking your YouTube comments. And then on the other side, it's a pull motivation, which is driven by attracting towards something positive, desirable, and meaningful. For me personally, is teaching and coaching. Like I love seeing people grow. I love helping others to unlock a new state in their life. I love helping people to get to where they want to be by starting a businesses and making money. Like I love seeing people making money, doing something what they love and making contribution to the society, community, to their clients. I just love it. So that's my pull motivation. I would do it even in the middle of the night. And actually, I do those things in the middle of the night because Confident in Finance, it's based on European time. So I do wake up in at 1:30 a.m. few times a month to teach there or to hang out with the ladies. So I do it in the middle of the night. So this is a pull motivation. And they are very, very, very different. And I would say, especially in the area of business or personal growth, everybody is talking about pull motivation, that like just think about your vision and then move towards it. And that's a beautiful idea. But from my experience and also realizing it, that we are trying to escape fear. But fear is what created so many things around us. And I don't mean that you should wake up being scared for your life, but I would say that use push motivation to push through the things that you've been avoiding doing or you've been afraid of doing, right? So you can escalate that. And one of amazing exercises that I absolutely enjoy, it's called fear setting. And in fear setting exercise, you will see what is the cost of inaction when it comes to emotional, physical, and financial in 6 months, 1 year, and 3 years. I've done that exercise on the live workshop, and I asked some of the participants. So I will just walk it through, but you also have this exercise in your workbook. So please check it out and fill it out. This is your homework because you will see how how the fear can actually motivate you or motivate the heck out of you. So what are the costs? So for example, you are like flirting with an idea of having a business, but you won't do anything. So in 6 months of doing anything, you will be a little bit frustrated with yourself. Maybe you will start resenting your current colleagues because they annoy the heck out of you. Maybe you will think that your boss is this or that. Maybe you will pass on opportunities of like enjoying that freedom and doing whatever you want. Maybe also in 6 months, you will miss out on this profit that you could be actually making. Then, in 1 year from now, you will be like, maybe some of your friends started that business that you wanted, and you will start getting annoyed. You will start feeling like you are not good enough, or maybe you cannot commit to the things that you wanted to do. So that will be in a year from now, and then you will miss out on that revenue. But here where it gets like 6 months, 1 year, it's okay. But in 3 years from now, a lot can happen in 3 years, right? So you will miss out on the revenue that you could generate through your business. You will feel stressed. You will feel restricted through your work. You will feel like not good enough, like you are not capable. You will feel resentment, despair. So this is just some of the things that came up in this offline workshop. So do your thing. Just try to imagine and get deep. What are the costs of inaction on emotional, physical, and financial? So when I was talking about it, can you see how this could be useful in order to stop avoiding the consequences, but maybe lean into it, and that will move you towards action? Yes. Thank you. Okay. So I spoke about types of decisions. What are the motivation when it comes to decisions? You'll have the tools such as fear setting in order to see the consequences of not doing anything that will motivate the heck out of you. But how to actually know that you are making the right decision? So, would you like to tap into something that is super powerful, that you will always know what is right decision for you, not what others expect, but what is the right decision for you? Something that we haven't been taught at school, but I came across several years ago. Would you like to learn that? All right. So, famous battle between brain and the heart. And there is something that not many anatomy textbooks are saying, but if you see how does the little baby grows like and develops in tummy, it's actually the heart is being developed first and the brain is being developed later on. So in heart, there is way more nervous endings of the nerves than in the brain. What does it mean? That means that actually your body, your heart is way more intelligent than your mind. There is something that your body can tap into that your mind cannot. Because your mind, your brain, is tries to hyper rationalize everything. It tries to make decision that makes sense. But to be honest, most of decisions doesn't make sense to many people that you've made, probably, but they make sense for you. And this is coming usually from your heart and from your body. Because when you think about there is a conscious mind, which is the brain, and subconscious mind, which is everywhere. And that is way more superior to the conscious mind. And let me show you this into practice. I would like you to take a deep breath. Okay, if you feel comfortable, I would like you to close your eyes and I would like you to think about the moment when you make a bad choice. Feel that moment again, where you were, what was the decision to make, and you made a bad choice. Feel it in your body. Where do you feel it? That could be in your throat, in your chest, or in your stomach. Where do you feel it? How is the sensation? Is it tight? Is it tingles? Can you feel that sensations? Okay, thank you. Take another deep breath in. Let go of that. All right. And now I would like you to think about that time when you make a good choice, when you made the right for you decision. Just think about that moment when you made the right for you decision. And where do you feel it in your body? How do you feel it? How does it show? All right. Do you have it? So this is how your body communicates with you by sending you signals. And this masterclass, it's not about pros and cons list. It's about understanding different types of decisions, different types of motivation, and give you back the power to make decisions of what is good or bad choice in your personal life, because there are so many people, your parents, your coworkers, your partner, your maybe kids, that they have an opinion what is the good or bad choice for you, but you are the only person in your life that is actually able to tell what is a good or bad choice for you, because you are the one who will be living with consequences of that. I would like to show you an exercise. So I hope that it's helpful. Like, can you feel feeling more connected to your body and maybe trusting it a little bit more? Okay. So now for what we're going to do next, I would like you to stand up. This is pretty cool exercise. I will stand up. So close your eyes. All right, you're standing up. Okay, close your eyes and say, body yes. Show me body yes. So just body yes. So you might have moved front or to the left or to the right, but just say, body, show me yes. One more time. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you have it? Wonderful. Now let's go no. So stand up, relax, and say, body, no. No. Show me no. Okay. So you might have moved to the back, to the front, to the left, or to the right. What is it for you? Let's do it again. Yes. No. Yes. No. All right. Did you feel the difference? How does the body communicates with you? Have you felt it? Yeah. So is it helpful to ask your something way more intelligent than your brain to ask a questions, what is the right decision for you? Like, and you get simple answer, yes or no. Because what I've realized is that you know the answers, you know what is the right decision for you, but you're sometimes a little bit afraid to admit it. You are afraid to commit to that, but your body knows, and it's up to you if you want to ignore it or you want to go after it. So, usually, I'm just wondering, is it helpful to ask yourself and your body what is the right for you decision, since you will be living with the consequences of that versus going around and asking everyone else? Yeah. That's what I was thinking, because you do have all the answers. And this is what I've realized through my business journey that at the beginning, I would ask everyone for an advice, but I knew the answers, They are always within you because you are way more intelligent. Your body is way more intelligent and you are way more capable than you actually think. So please use it. All right, so why do we even make decisions? What is the reason for that? So it's because you want to go somewhere else. So you are here and point A is where you are and point B is where you want to be. That's it. So what is the first step to point B, which is the vision that you have? So think about something that you want. Maybe that could be starting a business, attracting a relationship, getting in shape, moving countries. So this is where you want to be and where you are. It's where you are, right? It's where you watch this masterclass. So what is the first step to make it happen? The first one is always decision, and this is what this masterclass is about. The second step is committing to that decision because many people are actually interested in something. They are interested in having a six pack, but they are not committed to going to the gym. So it's up to you. Do you really want it? Like, do you really want to start that business? Then you are committed. So each time when you are committed, you take action, right? So there are some things that you've been already successful with because you took action. So that's what commitment does. It helps you to take action. And when it comes to action, this is something that I'm absolutely passionate about. And that's why I've created Get Going, which is 6 weeks program for women who are ready to stop overthinking and start building business that makes money. So no more expensive hobby, but you know exactly what to do step by step in order to generate money through your business that is also aligned with you as a person, with your values, and at the same time creates a positive impact in your life. So, who is Get Going for? Maybe it's for you, or maybe you know someone that would be a perfect fit for it. So, it's for if you always wanted something on your own, like a business, something that you knew that maybe 9 to 5 is not for you. You are overwhelmed by all the business advice online. Like you are sick and tired of talking with ChatGPT. Or perhaps you keep researching instead of taking action, like month after month, year after year. I had one woman on the call that she was 20 years thinking about starting her business. She still haven't started. And probably she will die without starting it, which is majority of the people. You are tired of overthinking every decision. You have a business, maybe you've started already, but it has a small and inconsistent income. So you are nearwhere close to living off that business income. You are tired of doing it alone. Yeah, that's it because Get Going, it's a group program. And what you will get inside of it. So this is super exciting because you will get weekly live calls. They will be on Saturday around that time because I know that many of you that will be joining you still have jobs and of different obligations. That's why I've made this program as efficient as possible. So there will be only 45 minutes teaching session. And if you have a question, there will be a Q&A. You will get recordings to everything, but you don't have to be present because there are recordings. And then this is something that I'm super excited about. You will have the GGI accountability system because I don't believe you need confidence. I believe you need consistency. So you with daily accountability, you will be able to stay consistent and you will know exactly what to do every single day in order to get to your goals, to your weekly goals. You won't have a confusion or you won't be like shifting from one task to another and kind of feeling anxious that you are not making progress. So this involves like sending a mini report every single day. So consistency will be there for 6 weeks. And that's amazing habits. Most of people are not consistent. So this program will help you to become more consistent. And you will go through you will go through the framework called from idea to income. And basically, you will be able to find out what is the right business idea for you out of many that you have, validate it quickly. So you won't be spending months or years thinking about it. You will create your first offer, which is product or service, and you will learn how you can earn money from it because most of people, they have expensive hobby not a business. And you'll start attracting paying clients, not in months, in weeks. By the end of 6 weeks, probably most of participants will have the first paying client instead of freaking thinking. So that will become so real. Like your business idea will become reality and business. So, what is the agenda? In 6 weeks, we'll go in the week one, it's about getting clear. It's which business direction you are going for based on your skills, strength, and goals. Because if your business doesn't feel good, you won't stick to it. So week two, validate your idea. You will learn how to test your ideas, and I have so many smart methods for that. Week three, create your offer, and you will have all the prompts, all the tasks to all the support to do it quickly. Week four, it's all about messaging and positioning. You will learn how to clearly explain what to do and who you help. And what is cool that if you don't feel comfortable about people in your life to seeing those or that you are working on something, maybe your colleagues or friends, I will show you how to stay under radar but still attract the right people. Week five, start attracting clients. So you will learn beginner friendly ways to start finding and attracting clients. And they are so smart. And what is great that they will be connected to you. What you can do, that will be like this. And week six, it's all about momentum and next steps. And you will be, it's not like you will have 6 weeks and leave with nothing, but you will leave with 90 days plan afterwards that will help you to actually continue and make it happen and continue attracting clients and all of that. So that's super exciting and super useful. Can you see this framework? How will take you from I don't know which idea to go to I know exactly how I can get clients. And that's what business is. So just to sum it up, oh, I'm great with time today. Just to sum it up, today you have learned about three types of decisions that you are making, which is hat, haircut, and tattoos. Most of the decisions that you make in life, they're actually hats, but most of people, they treat them as haircut and tattoos. So the strategy for you here is to make those decisions quickly. Then you've learned about different motivation, which is push, which is you want to run away from something, and then pull, you want to get towards something. And you also realize what is the cost of inaction, or you will realize in your homework. And then the third and the most exciting part is like you've learned how to feel your body, how to trust your body when it comes to making decisions and trust yourself. So your body knows and you know what body knows, right? So I hope that gave you an amazing overview when it comes to decision making. That's the process that I used for making difficult decisions in my life. And what I can share is that I don't live life of regrets because that's so expensive to me. And learning how to trust myself and feeling my body and understanding my motivation and types of decisions that some of they are like in irrelevant help me to build the life that I always dreamt of as a little Julia. I got to travel, like I visit 40 countries. Like my business doesn't feel like business. I help women to become independent. I have amazing relationship with my parents, with especially with my mom. There wasn't time that we didn't spoke for 6 months. Now we are speaking. I was able to choose myself, not lose myself in certain situation or relationships. And I was able to make decisions to walk away for something that wasn't serving me. And that's the biggest gift. And that's why I'm teaching it. And I know that the frameworks in that masterclass will help you to make better decisions. But my question is, what do you want to do with that decisions? If you dreamt about starting that business, get going.